Wrong thing. If you hear music, the gym next to me is blasting their music like they do, so apologies. I decided to put this diffuser here because, uh, well, I don't actually know how much it costs, but I know it's like relatively pricey, so I figured I should show it off. It was a gift, so I don't actually know how much it was, but I was just trying to put something there. I felt like the Topo Chico bottle had done its time, had run its course, and then I tried putting colored pencils there, like in this mason jar, but it wasn't like really working. Like they spray out a little bit too chaotically, like as colorful as they are. Well, maybe you can just like look at it. That still feels chaotic. I haven't played the shit. Oh no. There we go. Okay. Wow, I haven't played in a while. I got a little lost there. I have no plan. So the last time that I was on here, I was crying about McAfee. Yeah, so they do this thing where they tell you that your subscription renews on May 10th, but then on April 10th, you'll get this email from them that says, we've charged you for your subscription renewal that renews on May 10th. So like I got. And yeah, basically they charge you the month before, which is shitty, and it's probably why I have always forgotten to get rid of it. But it's okay, I don't care anymore, because I came to this shocking revelation that as long as I am making the money that I am, I will always be poor. I will never be ready for that McAfee charge. I also need to get my oil changed. I'm never fiscally ready for an oil change. And yeah, it just kind of dawned on me that like, as long as I'm making 5 figures, I will never be safe, happy, or secure. It's been a very depressing few days. Like it's been bad. And part of the reason why it's been so bad is because I've been trying to budget like in an Excel spreadsheet. And yeah, the problem is that nearly everything that I don't even want to say everything that I make because that's not true. Like my wages earn me a certain amount of money, but I only get 75% of that. And that's before I pay for health insurance. Like that's straight taxes. So, yeah, it's like, it sucks to know that literally 20 hours of my work goes straight to the government every 2 weeks. And then, like, literally one of my paychecks is rent. Like, a whole ass paycheck is rent. And so everything else that I'm trying, like, I'm paying for my car, I'm paying for gas, I'm paying for electricity, I'm paying for internet, everything. Everything else that I have comes from my one other paycheck. And at the end of it, I have not that much. And because of that, I rely on my credit card way too heavily, and my credit card just it's like I don't even use it normally. It's when I have expenses that come out of nowhere. And the thing is, like, they're not crazy expenses. They're just normal bi-monthly expenses that everybody pays, and I never have the money for because all of my money goes to bills. And I'm just fucking stuck in this. And yeah, here's the thing though, I'm not doing anything wrong. Like, I have a pretty decently paying job, and I'm not an extravagant spender. Like, I wouldn't know how to be. I really wouldn't. Like, I want to fly home. I want to visit my friends and my family, and I really thought about doing that in May. Like, I came really close to just buying the fucking ticket, but I can't. I have to register my car in Mass next month, and it's just, yeah, it's just all this shit that I can't keep doing this. I will never be able to get out of this hole. I just won't. And the only way that I could get out of this hole potentially is if I invest in the right things and end up with thousands of dollars, and I can pay off my credit card, I can pay off my car, and then have some money saved. But then what? You know? And it's going to take years before the money that I have, like, in, like, crypto and in stocks, gets anywhere. And I've had to sell so many stocks in the last, like, 6 months just to fucking make ends meet, if you will. It's like truly depressing. And I made this spreadsheet and I started budgeting and working through it, and yeah, I don't do a damn thing wrong. It's just that I don't have money, and I was very depressed about that. I was so fucking depressed. And then McAfee charging me $92 on top of it sent me into a goddamn spiral. And I learned that my anxiety is very closely linked to my financial state. Like, the worse my financial state is, the more anxious I am about everything else. Like, on Saturday, I was trying so hard. Like, I can't tell you how hard I was trying to just go for a fucking walk. I could not, I was crying in my apartment, like crying, and I could not stop. And I was finally calming down. I was like, I need to get outside. I need to be warm again. Because that's another thing that I'm very depressed about, and why I wanted to fly home. It's because I'm so tired of being cold. Like, New England, it is the middle of April. It fucking snowed yesterday. It fucking snowed on Easter. And I was like, I was literally about to say, you're on thin ice. Except they're not actually. Never mind. Like, I thought there was a joke there, but never mind. But yeah, it's like, I tried, and my eyes were so puffy and so bad, and I was trying to, like, get them to calm down, and then I would start thinking about my finances again, and I was getting ready to cry again. I finally made it out of my apartment, and I went to this park, and it took me 20 minutes to get out of the car. It was so hard. Like, there were just fucking kids there, and they were throwing a frisbee. Like, just go home. Let me sulk. But yeah, and then I sat down and I was trying to read my book, which was actually a very good book. It's called, like, The Land of... I don't remember if it's The Land of Big Numbers or The Land of Numbers. And I don't know if they're short stories or essays. But I read the first one, and it was really good. So you should look into it. I forgot what I was saying. Going to the park. I was literally sitting on the bench looking at my book, like, fighting tears. Like, tears were coming out of my fucking, and I was like, stop it. Like, just fucking sit here and read your fucking book. Like, why are you being like this? And I couldn't stop. And I came home and I literally, like, went to bed, laid in my bed, and I was gonna put Tenet on because I haven't seen it yet, and I saw that it was on HBO, so I went to HBO, and then I saw that there was a Julia Child show. So then I started watching that, and I felt a lot better. Yeah, it just sucks. It sucks that, like, I work full time, I have a good job, and I can't afford a $16 bag of coffee beans. Like, isn't that the point? Like, isn't that the point of working every day for 8 hours a day, is so you can afford the things you want in life? Isn't that the fucking point? Like, it's not to just pay rent and then be left with nearly nothing. That's not the point. And like, who does my rent go to? The millionaire that owns this building? Like, fucking tell me. Like who does my rent go to? How did they come up with the number that I pay, first of all? Also, who came up with the price for McAfee? Like, it's $95 for what exactly? To be in my computer? Like, for what are you doing? What are you doing? Why does it cost that much? I'm just tired. And yeah, I just came to this realization that you cannot make 5 figures and be secure. 6 figures or bust. And yeah, now that I've made this realization, I don't know how to make 6 figures. But I need to do it now, otherwise I'm going to be stuck like this for the rest of my life. And like, yeah, that was a shocking revelation that I made. The insane realization. I will not be happy making the meager 5 figures that I do now. And there's nothing that I can do about it. There's no amount of budgeting. There's no amount of 5% raises. Like, there's just, it's not gonna fucking happen. It is actually impossible, which is what's crazy, because like, people need, like the job that I have, it needs to be fulfilled. So yeah, I don't know. So I'm almost like, I don't know. Could be a product manager, except that sounds awful. I don't like stress like that. I also don't like people. I don't. And then I could do an OnlyFans, except I don't think I'm creative enough. Like, I really don't. That's the thing that holds me back. It's like, how do you figure out how to sell yourself over and over and over again and then keep it interesting and then keep the people wanting more? How do you do that? How do you do that? I don't know. And I guess that's the case for a lot of industries. How do you continue to sell yourself? How do you keep yourself interesting enough to make money? And then I was thinking about it, like I don't know, like maybe the question was never like, how do I make money? Maybe the question is, how do they make money off you? Like, at the end of the day, there's always going to be somebody else making more money from my labor. So, what do I do that makes the big man want to pay me 6 figures? What do I do? I be the big man's wife. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. And like, every idea that I come up with is just ways of selling myself. Whether it's like selling my thoughts or selling my nudes or selling my services, my talents. But which one? Which one gets me $40,000 a month? Like, that's what I want. That's the kind of security I want. And here's the thing, I don't want to be a fucking doctor. Don't tell me to be a doctor. Like, that can't be the solution to everything. Like, oh, you want to be financially secure? Be a doctor. Like, no, like, society needs every other role. And I'm not saying, like, every single role should make what a doctor makes, but it should be enough to, like, fucking live. But anyway, I want a role in which I will make that much money. But I'm just, a lot of it involves gaining a following. Like, that's what you need first and foremost. I feel like there's a power in, well, I mean, of course there is. There's a power in a fan base, and maybe future countries will wage wars based on different fan bases. But, yeah, I don't know. I need to get one. So how do I get a fan base? How do I do that? I sell nudes. What if I just play Tetris and I wear lingerie? Would that take off? I don't strip, I just wear pretty clothes. I think the thing that would upset me is if that didn't work. Like if I show up and I get pretty and then nobody sees the fucking video. That'd be depressing. I gotta put in the work. I do. I mean, whatever it is that I decide to do, I have to like actually put my all into it. I can't be half-assing it. Like I can't just be turning on a laptop, hitting record and just fucking talking. Like it's not, no. It's gotta be more creative. It's gotta be better. And like, I like the idea of doing a vlog only because it sounds fun. That's literally it. But I don't make enough money to do a fucking vlog. Like that sounds so stupid, but it's true. Like I went to Maine today and I didn't spend that much money. I spent money on gas. I spent money on tolls. And actually, before anybody gets mad at me, paying the tolls is cheaper than driving the extra hour to get to Portland. Like with these gas prices, it's cheaper. But anyway, yeah, I went to a fucking lighthouse and you had to pay for parking. Like this big ass, like a massive park, and you had to pay for parking. And I was like, what the fuck? Why can't I just fucking live without paying something? Why can't I? It's so fucking ridiculous. Like, realistically, the only things that I could do are making math videos. Or potentially making music, but like I have to put in the fucking work. And even then, like I don't want to be a musician. I don't like not as like a main way of making money. I just heard that industry's like the worst. Unless you're like Ariana Grande big, you're not going to be making much money. Could write a book, but again, that's where a fan base comes from, and like that's what I need first and foremost. But maybe you don't have to be rich to be like, the thing that I'm getting frustrated by with a lot of influencers right now is that like they get a bunch of free shit and they're not afraid to talk about it, and they just show off all of their pretty little outfits, which is like fine, but like there's not much substance anymore. Like all you're doing now is advertising. And then I was like, well, yeah, I don't go on too many adventures. Maybe I could just vlog my day to day, and it would literally just be me driving to work and then driving home and then playing Stardew Valley and then driving to work, driving home. Like there would be no substance to it, but I don't know. It could be kind of funny. But then I don't know, because I once took a film class and we watched this video or this movie from the 30s, like during the Great Depression time, and the movie was about a movie maker. He accidentally gets arrested and then he's put in prison. He's like mistaken for somebody else. And his whole thing, like before he gets arrested and shit, he's trying to make a serious movie. He's like, there's so much shit happening. Like the American people want to see this. Like everybody is so angry and so poor and they want to see this and this and that. But the movies, they're like, the numbers just aren't that great. um, in the box office and whatever. So he gets accidentally arrested. He's in prison, and they all go see a movie. And the movie is just like a goofy fucking, I think like a goofy cartoon. And he's like, I don't understand. Like, you guys are so miserable, and you like this, like you're currently enjoying this movie. And then he looks at it and he just starts fucking laughing. Like, that's what media is for, isn't it? Like, yes, to shed truth, but to also help you forget your current circumstances. So like, I don't know if anybody would actually want to watch me just living the same fucking life they're living. You know, like, that just feels pretentious. Like, why am I recording this? But then again, we have enough vloggers. We have enough people like showing me what they're doing on their best days. You know? I'm seeing them buy coffee. I'm seeing them go on trips to California and trips to, and like, there's nothing wrong with it, but it does kind of depress me to know that it is very likely that I'm not going to live that life anytime soon, if at all. And so, but I want to record something. I want to show my life, because this is my life. You know, maybe if I only do it for me. But here's the thing. The goal is to not make me feel better in my current circumstances, because if I do that, I will never get out. The goal is to get out. The goal is to make 6 figures. And I don't think going to school is going to solve that. I really don't. I don't think I have it in me to work and go to school again. I would like to take maybe a couple of classes and things that I'm interested in. Maybe it'll spark something, but I don't know. In other news, I think I'm going to join a yoga studio because I need to do something. I need a fucking hobby. It's getting warmer, so I don't have the excuse of it being cold anymore. I have a boyfriend who's like really cool, but he has his own hobbies, and like I need to do that as well. I need to get my own hobbies. I kind of want to go rock climbing, but I don't want to do that alone. So I feel like maybe I should just start with a yoga studio. I can do it. I can do it. I really like yoga. I've been doing it for years, and I should do it within a community. I also tried signing up. I put myself on a wait list for a community garden, but I don't think I'm going to get it. Like, it's already mid-April. Like, I don't think they have any more plots, which makes me very sad. That would make me very, very happy if I had a garden to tend. I wonder if I could suggest something to my apartments, because they have like a roof thing. But it's kind of a tiny roof. But maybe I could just ask, you know? If I end up getting to live here for another year, which I would love. I live in affordable housing, which is like why I get to live in an apartment as nice as this. But yeah, even with the affordable housing cap, it's so expensive. And I'm paying off my car so soon, like so soon. So I'm just like, I'm trying to hold on. But it's just like brutally depressing that like every month since I've been living alone, I've been telling myself to just hang on, because in 3 months this is gonna happen. Like, just hold on just a little bit more, because you're gonna get this and this and that in 2 months. And I've just been thinking like that for years, and I can't live that life anymore. I can't. I want an espresso machine. I want the black platform Converse. Like, anyway. Or maybe I just fucking do it. Maybe I buy film for my camera. You know what? Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll go to Boston, me and my boyfriend, and I'll go for the sole purpose of taking pictures with my film camera. It's black and white, so it's going to be a challenge for me because, well, I like shadows and shapes, so maybe I could do it. It would be a challenge, but I should just do it. Give myself challenges. Okay, that's the challenge. Film. Maybe I'll get a handheld camera. But I could also just start on my iPhone. I went to Portland today. Oh yeah, I did talk about that. It was fun. I didn't even talk about how fun it was. We just walked around. Saw a lighthouse. We just drove by it because I was not paying for parking. And then we ate at a barbecue place in Kittery. And they had like a Texas flag inside. The barbecue was alright. I thought it was so fucking hilarious. Like, you had the option of putting a Texas napkin with your plate. And I read the menu, and like a Texas napkin, it's just white bread, which I think is so funny. And he was like, "You don't have Texas napkins like in Texas?" And I was like, "You just order the plate and it comes with white bread. Like, you don't fucking." I don't know. I thought that was hilarious. I had a pulled pork sandwich. It was a little dry, but it was pretty good anyway. I'm just stalling. And I'm so excited. I think Dissect Podcast is going to be doing Inside tomorrow. Like, I'm 100% sure. I saw the final clue today, and I was like, oh, fuck yeah, they're doing Inside. I saw that golden retriever in a flower crown. Stoked. Kendrick's coming out with a new album. Stoked. There's some good things happening. Okay, bye.